Good evening, everybody. It's 11 o'clock on a Sunday evening, and welcome to the channel. As always, I will give people, a couple minutes to get themselves settled so we can have a conversation. All right, got your stuff ready, check. All right, let's do it. Let's give everybody time. Excuse me. Welcome, whoever's in the background, welcome. The word, good evening. How are you? Just giving everybody some time to come in. Well, on the sports side, we got the Final Four of the NFL. Oh yeah, word! I forgot you rolling with Detroit. They got to the conference championship. Congratulations. Yeah, it was a very interesting game, but y'all pulled it out. That's what's up. Well, good evening once again, everybody. I just want to talk about you know the things that we do up on YouTube, right? I know a lot of us we call ourselves content creators, right? I just happen to believe that we're more than that. I believe we're influencers. I know some people might say it's one and the same, but I don't think that way. Downtown going crazy right now. Well, just make sure y'all don't tear it up. Y'all gotta go back out there in the morning. But we make these contents, right? We create the content for whatever reason, whatever we going for, right? Some people are going for to be positive, or some people are motivators, or some people, you know, are encouragers. Whatever it is to influence somebody out of a certain craft or situation or field or emotion that they're going through. We create the content so that way we are reaching somebody. Whether it's good content, well, hopefully it's good content, because we know a lot of people that just make content for another reason. But I'm talking to those that understand that words have power, right? If you understand that words have power, you're going to do the things that you need to do to touch a person in a way that will help them going forward in life. This is for, I'm not no content, I'm not with none of that. I'm strictly talking about uplifting, encouraging, and giving people ideas. That that's how we are influencers, right? Because we make the content say, you know what, I'm here to help you get through a trial or situation, or I'm here to help you improve your channel, or I'm here to improve on how you look at a certain thing. We're here to help some of us. Some of us are here to be distractions for those that are going through a situation. Some people might say that's entertainment. If that's what y'all want to call it, then that's what y'all call it. But I'm talking, and that's all good. But I'm talking about for those people that are really going through something, right? Realist, good evening. There's some of us that have a hand in saving somebody and pulling them out the doldrums. I'll give y'all an example. One live, I was sitting here and I was going through a situation, and there was only one person on the live. I ain't gonna announce no names. And that person was telling me, as they gave me their condolences, but they were saying, listen, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep going. And it's strange that you being me being behind the mic, I'm sitting there like, wow, I'm supposed to be encouraging you, but you encouraging me. You allowing me to gain strength to get through the situation. So, I thank that person for that, but it also allows me to see that sometimes your your chat, your people that's in your chat, they can influence you to keep going as well. They ain't got to create the content. You create, they help you get through it. They help you to be influenced, and you could be a better influencer. But what I'm saying is that we have to understand that we influence people for the most part. It's going to be days that we might get up here, we might get flustered, or we might get distracted, or something to that extent. But for the most part, we come up here to improve, to influence somebody to go whatever path they're going. Like the word his influences, push through. I be encouraged. Let's look at it from this perspective. So the word is an influencer by just allowing you to have a broader view on things, right? That it and there's so many people that go through certain, got different directions. Like Meek. Meek would come on, she would say hello words of wisdom, but she'll also come in and show you how she's influencing people by being a hairdresser and being there for the client just by listening and having a conversation with the client. So she understands that, sometimes I gotta be the person, I gotta be a person's ear. I gotta be a person's, shoulder to lean on when you're going through something. That's influencing somebody. That's picking up somebody. That's just being there for somebody. Commander, good evening. And that's the thing. Uh-oh, 49ers. There's no might. The 49ers are playing the Lions. I'm gonna let you in the word go at that one. But we have to understand that that's what we are here for. In all seriousness, if we are doing things like that, we are here to influence somebody, whatever path we're on. Like right now, I'm here to tell the content creators keep going. Let's keep pouring into each other. Let's be influential to each other and to our channels and to our chats. You know, and if we get discouraged, we got to be there for each other. There's people that's going through things that we may not understand, but what we do know is that sometimes our word, even if 415 Tiff, our words could reach one person, and that's all it needs to be. That's all it needs to take is one person. If we reach one person, you are successful. If you help one person, you are successful. If somebody increases just by that one person, we are successful. We're more than just creators. We influence. We uplift. We do the things that improve a person's life, or we try to at the for the most part. We're not here to you know, we're not here to criticize, or I'm not here to criticize, or I'm not here to make a person feel low. As a matter of fact, I'm the opposite. If I see that a person is going through something, I'll stop my live and pray with them right then and there, just so that one person may know I'm here for you. There's been plenty of times in my life that I said, listen, if you ever need somebody to talk to, if you ever need somebody to be a shoulder to lean on, if I'm the last person that you possibly could think of, I will be there for you. And I stand by that, because at the end of the day, that's what type of person I am. Because that's what I'm trying to show people, that there are good people on this on YouTube. I get it. I know YouTube get the bad rap, but there are more good people on this thing than bad. There's more people that want people to be successful than be harmed or hurt. But because the negative people, the beef sector, and people like that, they make so much noise. Sometimes the loudest person is is heard the most. And it's not that we're quiet, that it's that we're being drained out, because some people don't like how we're influencing people. Some people don't like our content because it's helping somebody, whether it's building credit, whether it's building your channel, whether it's talking somebody out of being depressed, or helping somebody become victorious over a situation that happened in their life. Someone who turns their story into a testimony of how they got through a certain predicament. There are people that need that in their life. And for, those that are here, I believe we do that very well. And it doesn't matter that, our numbers ain't shooting out the sky. It ain't shooting sky high. The fact that we're doing it, for me, that's my reward. I know that it's gonna be rewarded down the line, but I'm new in this thing. I'm a babe in this thing. I just started this 2 months ago. But I know that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm doing it for the right reason. I'm not here to point fingers at anybody, because guess what? If I'm pointing fingers at y'all, or yeah, whoever, if I'm pointing the fingers outward, there's three fingers pointed back at me. So I have to be accountable for what I'm saying. I got to be accountable for the content that I create. I got to be responsible for the influence that I'm giving out. That's why I try to be the best me. This is why I try to stay on my path. My path is to be there for people. My path is to help somebody. My path is to improve on something that somebody may need. I understand that words have life. So that's my influence. That's the influence I want to leave, that words give life. So I'm here to help people understand that you can speak life into your situation. You can speak death into your situation, but it's up to you. You are always going to be the key. That's the influence that I want. You are the key to your life. Can't nobody give it to you. Can't nobody take it away from you. You are the key. You are the influencer in your life. How do you want to be? How do you want to be the influencer? Like us that make content, we're more than content creators. We give people the 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 gas to rev up their car and go where they need to go as far as their content or their everyday life, whether we understand it or not. Okay, it's cool that we can be there to, put a smile on somebody's face, help them get through a situation. But we got to be constant with that, because just because we reach one, there may be another one around the corner. So we have to be consistent with our influencing. We have to be consistent to the understanding that what we doing is a consistent thing. We just can't fall off the map. We're all not going to have good days. It's not going to be a sunny day every day. It may be a rainy day. It may be a cloudy day. But we got to make the best out of that bad situation and fill ourselves up because our job ain't done. When we push go live, we're doing it for a reason. Sometimes it's to get away from our situations, but for the most part, it's to help somebody get through theirs. For me, if I'm going through something, I'd rather help somebody with their situation, put a smile on their face, make them feel blessed, just because I'm not going through it. That don't mean they deserve the same fate as I do. So I'd rather influence them to, hey, it's going to get better. Don't worry about it. You know what? Take one step at a time. Take one day at a time. It's going to get better. While I'm pointing at them and telling them that, I'm telling myself the same thing. We have to understand that we may lose a battle, but the goal is to win the war. The war is to be the influencer that we want to be for whatever topic it is. You understand? That's what we have to do. And until we do that, until we understand that, some people are just going to make content that may or may not help somebody. Sometimes your passion alone could be the influence that somebody needs. Sometimes the joy that you bring is the influence that they need. Whatever it is, shout out to the word, because the word understands that, if I can speak one way, but somebody can help me do that. And that's a great thing because he's allowed himself to be available for input. We have to do the same thing. We have to be available. Hey, listen, what you said was good, but let me make a suggestion. Let me put a little salt on your food so it can be flavorful, or your words so it can be flavorful, so more people can get there. Sometimes it's not about us. If we're doing this, it's really not about us. It's about what we're saying and how we're bringing it out. Because somebody could take our word and it could save their life. That's no cap. There's people that's going through something, and sometimes your word can influence them. Yo, I can beat this. I could beat this illness. I could beat this depression that I'm going through. What you just said is allowed me to say, yo, I could beat this illness that's within me, whether it's diabetes, whether it's high blood pressure, whatever it is. You gave me the key to fight. Because that's what we want them to do. We want people to live life abundantly. And I'm not talking about finances. Abundance is not just about finances. You can have a whole bunch of abundance of joy, a whole bunch of abundance of peace. And that's what some of us give out. That's what we're giving to the people that we're talking to. We're influencing people to receive what's theirs. All of us are blessed, right? So we have to influence them. Like, we may have to pick them up just to understand that they're blessed. You're important. You're loved. Whatever it is, we have to pour into people. That may not be an influence for some people, but it is to me, because you're encouraging, you're pouring into somebody. There's some people that just sit home and do nothing. There's people that's out there that probably would drink themselves to death if nobody tells them, yo, somebody loves you. We're more than just content creators. We're influencers. We have to know that. We have to understand that. If we don't understand that, what are we doing this for? If we're doing this for money, y'all made money God. Y'all idolizing the money. And it'd be good. Now, don't get me wrong. It might sound like I'm talking out the side of my mouth, because if I get blessed with monetization, that's a blessing. But we have to understand, before we become monetized, we have to influence somebody that our word is good enough for them. We have to influence that. You know what I mean? Your content gotta be on point, but it's the influence that you leave behind is what's gonna make everything go the way that it needs to go. Your content could be great, but if you ain't influencing nobody, nobody's gonna come back to you anyway. Yo, that hit the spot. Yo, that made sense to me. Yo, that person's on point. That person's speaking the truth. Unless you one of them people that like chaos and mayhem, and that's what you want to hear, that's why they get monetized faster than me. Because there's a lot of people that don't understand that words can give life, words can take life. And there's some people that know how to manipulate them words. And they can influence you by manipulating the words. That's how the serpent got to Eve. He manipulated the words. She ate the fruit, and that story is that story. But if you're doing the right thing, or you trying to do the right thing, or you trying to be there for people, you're going to speak the words that give life, that give encouragement, that gives peace. And while you're sacrificing your time to do that, there's people that need that time. And sometimes there's people sacrificing for you. It's not just a given situation. You give and it comes back to you. Some people take just for you to receive, pour back into you. We have to understand the importance that we have by pushing go live and having these conversations. People don't understand that that's important. People don't understand that we need that. Some people might complain, it's boring, it's this or that. That may not be for you, but there's somebody behind you that's listening and like, yo, I thank you for saying the words that you said because A, B, and C was happening. And it allowed me to say, yo, I got a puncher's chance. I got a reason to get up in the morning or whatever it is, right? Like, I don't know what everybody's actual content is that's here. That's why I'm going to use people for example, right? Like, like I said, I already use meat, right? I'm going to use watermelon. Watermelon, she'll make her content. It's not she's trying to make something that she's going through into a beautiful situation for her to get through what she got to get through, and it's helping somebody else at the same time. My Miss Coco BX, she tells her story about her family dynamic and the situations because she had to overcome those type of things. That helps somebody else. Hey, Meek, Meek again. She had that gift of talking peacefully, and then at the same time, her craft is hairstyling. She'll be there for the client that's there. She's an influencer. Whether she understands it or not, that's what she do. That's why that's why we get the blessings that we get, because we're doing the things that we need to do, not for ourselves, but to help somebody else. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. So if you sitting there giving out bull crap, you do know you're gonna get bull crap back because you reap what you sow. If you plant a seed of nonsense, it's gonna bear nonsense in your life. If you bear and encourage, if you plant the seed of encouragement, it's gonna bear that fruit. If you bearing, peace, that should be bared unto your life. All of these, everything that you do on this app right here is gonna come back to you. Meek, you tired? You at work? You in the bushes? Okay. Oh, this is your first day back, right? You had the weekend off? Well, you get through this. You just started, but before you know it, you'll be back in the bed. And we thank you for everything that you do. Like just like that. Those words may have encouraged her to say, yo, I can do this. The words of I love you could make somebody say, yo, I'm not here by myself. When we make this content, it shouldn't be about selfishness. It should be selflessness. We shouldn't be selfish with what we're putting out. Because if we are, we going we might get instantaneous gratification, but I'm in for the long haul. That's me. I don't know what everybody else is here for. If you're trying to help somebody, it can't be instantaneous. And if you understand that the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but those who endure. Sometimes we have to endure this thing just for somebody to hear the point to go forward. We only got it second night on 2 hours of sleep. Meek, I don't know what you're doing, but you got to pace yourself. You got to take one step at a time, one day at a time. But I understand. I know that you got this, but we need you to rest. If you rest your mind, your body's going to follow. I don't know if it's racing or whatever, but we need you to pace yourself. Because as soon as you pace yourself, your body's going to flow with that pace. And so, wow. Sorry to hear that, Meek. We gotta listen. You're gonna crash out as soon as you hit the couch, or as soon as you might fall asleep till you get in the car to go home. So be careful, pace yourself, you know. But even with that being said, if we understand it's not about us, it's about doing the right thing for the people, our reward is gonna come. It's a reason why there's people that could get monetized in 3 or 4 months, because they're being consistent with their job, which is to be there for the people. If you be obedient to your goal, the sacrifice is going to pay off. There's people that's on here every day, but the sacrifices they're not making time for anything else. They're making time on their craft. If you're a basketball player, you ain't outside playing football. You in the gym shooting jump shots. You working on the weakest link. You can't work on what you already strong on, because if you do that, it ain't gonna help you improve but so much. But if you improve on your weakest aspect, whether it's basketball, as I'm just analyzed, or the weakest thing in your life, it will no longer be weak. It'll be as strong as your strongest part. And when you're strong on both sides, there's nothing that can really stop you. So if we understand that we're here to help people, if we understand that we're here to influence people, we understand that the content is going to be not just about whatever topic it is. It's going to influence somebody to go ahead and go forward, whatever we're talking about. There's no pacing this right now. Okay, me. I just know that you're strong enough to get through this. I don't even know what to say. If you can't pace this, then I just know that you're strong enough to get through this. May God give you the strength to just finish the day out and get some rest. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we have to be there for these people, whoever they are, whatever content we're talking about, whatever lane we're in, whether it's encouragement, whether it's advice, motivations. We have to understand that we got to go forward with it. And we have to understand, as I'm motivating you, I got to motivate myself. If I'm talking about peace for you, may peace come unto me. But the sacrifices that you worrying about the people more than you are yourself. That's why we push play and talk sometimes. Hey, because at the end of the day, the influence that we're leaving behind can actually help somebody. I'll do one better. It may actually save somebody's life. You may talk somebody off a ledge, not literally, hopefully not. They won't be there, but you can talk somebody out of, you know what, I'm ready to give up and say, yo, I still got this fight in me. Just by pushing, go live and talk. We are influencers. We're just not creating stuff. We're allowing people to see that, hey, there's something else than what the content we're talking about. It's something else to it. It can help me. If I apply this to my life, it might can get me to where I need to go. That's why we're more than just content creators on this thing. And the sooner that we understand that, the sooner that, listen, we are accountable for what we say. We are accountable for what we pouring onto these social media platforms. Because if we just out here saying nothing and somebody's like, yo, this person ain't talking about nothing, they may do some harm to somebody. We don't know. But if we're talking about how to survive a situation, how to get yourself, how to pull yourself out the mud, how to love yourself so somebody could love you. That's giving people yeah, I can really love myself. I can really get myself out the mud. I don't have to be depressed all the time. There's somebody there that wants the best for me. All because we're not thinking about ourselves. We're thinking about other people. That's why, for the most part, we come out there. There may be some days you just want to vent and show people that, listen, there's another side of me. That should be less than what we're making our content to be. But sometimes that happens. Like, yo, I just came to talk to y'all. Because sometimes we need somebody to hear what we going through sometimes. Man, that job is wearing me out. Hey, such and such, you can make it. You got this. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about my frustrations. I thank y'all for listening to me. Now, I don't have that pressure. It's not going to bust inside of me. I relieved my stress. Thank y'all for being there for me. So, like I said, sometimes the chat will help you, but for the most part, we got to help the chat. It's a give and take scenario sometimes, but we have to understand it's because we influence them. Like, yo, we care about you. So now they may turn around and care about us in return. The creator, the content creator, quote unquote, all because they understand that we're here for them. We want the best for them, for the most part. Those that are doing what they need to do. Those that are telling people that, yo, you can survive a situation. You can get through that rainy day. You can get through that storm. And sometimes they may see that we going through a storm and we ain't even paying it no mind, but they could sense it, because if we're doing what we do normally, we're doing it from a cheerful heart. They could sense the vibe, because we influence people that sometimes our vibes are good and we want that for you. But if they're paying attention, they'll see hey, you a little bit off. Everything good? All right, you help other people. Now it's time for me to help you. You want to talk about it? That's because it's a give and take thing. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to influence. We're trying to influence that there's positive things that's going on. We're trying to let people know that, hey, everything ain't doom and gloom. It's more to YouTube than just the beef sector. There's people that care on this thing. But like I said, because the beef sector is the loudest, they get more of the clout. They made YouTube think everything on YouTube is bad. Nah, it's a little bunch of people over here. Well, we ain't little, but y'all know what I'm saying. We're here to help people. Hello. And then we'll gravitate to some more people. Like I said before, it only starts with one person. That one person says, hey, listen to Miss Coco BX. Listen to the word. Check Realist out. Check Commander out. Check Meek out. You know what I mean? If we're doing what we need to do, we're going to touch that one person, and then we'll touch the next person the next time. But the content that we put out there, it it's there, but it's the influence on the person what is that matters. What did the content you create? What did it influence that person that heard it? What did it influence them to do? Did it tell them that you can go forward, or did it tell them that we can sit here and lollygag and everything gonna be all right? Did it tell them that you can make $1 out of 15 cents, or did it tell them just to bury the 15 cents? And when it's time to dig it out, we still got the same 15 cents. We take risks as well. We take the risk just by having the conversation for the people, hoping that it works. We just got the faith and understanding that it's gonna reach somebody. It's the same thing because we're trying to influence people like you can take that leap of faith. Go ahead and invest in that house. Go ahead and invest in that business. But more importantly, go ahead and invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself, the profit you'll see for yourself. You will be the profit. Your gains is what was coming was bursting out from inside of you. The encouragement, the peace that you got, the abundance of gratitude and love and help that you want to help for to give to other people. That's what it's about. Good night, Selena. Um, it's just that way, right? We have to understand we are we are a tool. We're the tool of influence. Whatever you pour out to the people, it'd be I was just joking with Selena last night. Like sometimes your content it allows people to understand that you can get through a situation. It's gonna be times that know what I need y'all to let me get this off my chest so I can go forward. Y'all, if y'all rolling with me, y'all see me for the most part every live that I do. Y'all know I don't do this often, so I need this time to blow some steam off, and that's cool because those that understand us, like you do enough for us. We're here to help you, and that's what all of our channels should be like anyway. You know what I mean? That's what it should be about. We're helping people. We're influencing people. Like there's nothing wrong with doing what we're doing, and then they'll turn around and say, I know you down, but you good people. Keep going. You got this. And we all need that sometimes because it's not just about what we put up here is what's going out. YouTube gets to keep the video, but the person that's listening to the live is going to get the message. It's going to influence them to do whatever it is that whatever your talking points are. That's the joy in it for me. I could turn around and say, you know what, I did everything that I could so people can understand that you got this. Don't let the stress get to you. Don't let nobody steal the joy that they didn't give you. Go ahead and invest in yourself. Take your time and study what you need to study to improve on a certain aspect in life. You got this. You got this, Selena. You got this, Miss Coco. You got this, Realist. You got this, Commander. You got this, the word. Because sometimes it do come to a time like, I don't even feel like doing it. I don't think I got it in me tonight. But you know that if you push the live and talk thing, There's going to be somebody there to support you. That's all we want sometimes is the support. But we got to influence people that the support is there for you. And when we go through what we go through, it comes back to us. But not everybody understands that. Sometimes, if we're a motivational speaker, we might think it's falling on deaf ears. We need to be motivated too. Sometimes you might be tired of telling somebody like, yo, you can get through your trials and tribulation. They're going to say, no, continue to be a blessing. Words have power. And if we understand that, we got to let the people know that we got to influence them that, hey, you got this. You're awesome. Continue to be a blessing. We love you. Not in a way that people might understand romantically. Love is an action word. So if we come on here and show love, the people will understand. Well, that person's here for me. They want the best for me. That's the influence that we need. That's the influence that everybody needs to go through certain things. If somebody look, like I said in the beginning, when I lost that person, that one person that was on the live with me for like 2 hours, she's pouring into me, and I'm like, yo, this ain't even what it's supposed to be. But I thanked her. Because at the end of the day, I was supposed to have been the influencer, but now I'm being influenced too. Because they understand it. If I got your back, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have mine. It's not about being loyal. It's about being the influencing people that, yo, I'm that person that's gonna be there for you. So it's okay if I'm down, you there for me. It's all right. It's not that we're looking for it. It just happens like that sometimes. It's because of your consistency. You held yourself accountable for whatever you pouring out there. You holding yourself accountable for whatever you trying to influence somebody to be. And it's not like we're talking down to them like little children. We're talking to them out of love. We're talking to them because we can see it. We can see that you want to be a better version of you. It ain't the down talk you, but we see that you want to be the better you. And if we ain't trying to, if we ain't dealing with nonsense, that's what we're going to be doing in the first place. Like I said, I'm not talking to those people that want to deal with nonsense all day. I'm talking to those people that want to improve themselves, that want to go forward in their life. If that's what we're doing for them to understand that, hey, there's something better for you, that's an influence. It's like we're creating a vision of betterment. We're creating a vision that you can be the best you that you can be. We're creating an influence that can uplift you. But we're not just content creators, we're influencers. So once we start to understand that, once we really can visualize that part, you're not just gonna come up here and just dilly dally on your content. You're gonna say, how is it the best way that I could get the point across that you guys are awesome? That you ladies can get what your heart desire. These men ain't gotta sit there and kill themselves and working overtime and still have somebody there for them. And men, we gotta do better too. Because sometimes we hold it in. Like, no, we got emotions too. We gotta we gotta understand that I could talk to you and influence you that, yo, it's okay to let out your frustrations. Not in the ways that's barbaric, but in a conversation. And if we have a debate that we can agree to disagree. It ain't gotta go no further than where we at right now. You can have a civil conversation and come to a conclusion at the end of the conversation. It ain't gotta be about no battle. It ain't gotta be about who's right. The situation was right. The situation that you had the conversation was the right way to go about it. But we need to be influenced that we can have that conversation. Ladies, the same thing. Sometimes we gotta let go of the world's thinking because the world is here to keep us stagnated. Stagnation, it kills, and hesitancy delays you from your path. So if your path is to be an influencer, which we are by nature, because we're all here to leave an impression on somebody, your content is the least of the worries. It's what you give out. The content here that I'm on right now is to let you know that you're more than a content creator. You're an influencer, meaning that you can say, you know what, I got a story to tell. Your story may tell somebody, yo, I could go through that same thing. I went through the same thing and I could win. And it don't have to be said out loud that I have to go through it. But what you told me, what you what you put out there on this content has allowed me to say I can beat this too. And that's what it is. Hey Lisa J, good evening. And that's the thing. We have to understand that we are more than content creators. We really do. There has to be a meaning behind your content. And for the most part, is to influence somebody that you can do better. For those that's in this chat, I truly believe that we can do better, to uplift, to encourage, to show somebody that, hey, peace is looking for you. It's right there if you just hold your hand out. Love is right there if you truly seek it. Joy is right there if you just leap for it. That's the influence that we trying to leave. We really have that in us. Each and everybody that's here, each and everybody that's going to catch the replay, we have that in us. You guys are more than just content creators. You're bigger than a content creator. We are important people to do an important job. Are we willing to do it? Is the question. So, you know, with that being said, uh, we really have to examine ourselves. Are we doing the right thing with these quote unquote content? Are we just here to talk? Or are we here to help? Examine your content. We might be editing, we might be doing all of those things, but we have to really look at it. You know, my other cousin, Tough Love, said your content is your character. Well, if your content is your character, then you have to influence people that your character is up to par. And there's more to our character than what we just put here. Because we can talk a good one, right? We gotta do this every day. When this live end, I still have to be me. When the live end, Lisa J gotta be Lisa J. The word gotta be the word. Miss Coco gotta be Miss Coco. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta understand this is not for play. There's people that play with this content. There's people that play with other people's lives because they don't care what they influence in their lives. That's not us though. And that's the 5 people that's here. I don't care about the numbers. Like I said, I only got to reach one. What y'all do with what y'all do with the message is what y'all do with the message. But I know, oh, well, you didn't know? Yeah, Uh, yeah, I found that that's another story for another day. But yeah, but yeah, we have to understand we got to do what we need to do. We're not here for play. We're here to help, and if we're here to help, we have to influence people that help is on its way. And when you get the help, what you do with it is up to you. You know what I mean? You know, like me and Miss Coco BS is my cousin, right? She's been a blessing to me for the longest time, right? Same thing with Tough Love. They blessings, but they embrace people with open arms for the most part, right? Because they didn't have to accept me, but they accept me with open arms. Miss Coco BX, she'll tell you herself why she accepted me. And when she tells you, I don't got to say nothing else because she either going to verify what I'm saying or she going to say he capping. Tough Love will do the same thing. He's going to say I'm capping or I am who I am. But the funny thing is, I haven't met them in person. But through the time that we spent, whether it's on the phone or online or whatever it is, you still got to be who you are after the fact. Like the word, I believe the word is everything that he says he is. Because sometimes we come in with a shielded heart, right? But here's the thing: you gotta give people grace until they prove themselves wrong. Give them the rope to hang themselves with, and if they ain't hanging themselves, they they are who they are. You understand what I'm saying? Because you guys understand, I can't just talk the talk. I gotta walk the walk. It's like the quote unquote religion. I don't believe in religion. So this is what I do. If you're going to be Christ like, you got to walk like Christ. If you say Christ fasted for 40 days, guess what you're supposed to be doing? You got to go in the dark cave for 40 days. You got to give something up. You got to sacrifice. If you Muslim, you got to go through Ramadan. You can't just talk about it. You got to fast from sun up to sundown. You got to endure. That's what makes you those those quote unquote religions, whether it's Christian or Muslim. You got to do that thing. We got to do our thing here. We can't just talk about we here to help. We got to give help. So this is what I do. If anybody needs help, if anybody needs somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. I stand on that. I'll let the people that that's seen it for themselves, I'll let them have their own testimony about it. Because at the end of the day, when we're doing this correctly, and if you receiving it and giving it back, guess what that makes us? That makes us family, right? If the word said, yo, I just want to bounce something off you. All right, word, I'm here for you. What you want to talk about? Realist, you want to talk about something? Yeah, I'm here for you. Realist, wasn't you there when we had a situation? Somebody was saying, "Yo, I need some." What did I say? What's the cash app? Did that happen, realist? Never met the person. Never seen the person in my life. That's what type of person that I want to. That's the person that I am. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna talk it. I'm gonna be there. If somebody's going through something right now, like I told you, I will stop right here and say a prayer for them right now. Because at the end of the day, that's the influence I want somebody to see. I want somebody to understand, like, yo, somebody's gonna take the time to sit there and have a conversation with me. Just like a lot of you are taking the time just to hear what I have to say. Even if it was bullcrap, if you left, you took the time to hear the bullcrap because y'all understand whatever that's coming out of my mouth, it may influence you in the right way, which I hope that it does, or the wrong way. I don't want that, but if it does, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness. So either way, I gotta be accountable for what I say. But I tell you one thing, it ain't just about the content, it's about the influence that it leaves in the person who's hearing these words. And so, like I said, with that being said, I want to take the time to thank everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all taking the time out because it is kind of late. I know the word is preparing for something for us to be ready in a few minutes. If I'm up word, I'm there. You already know. Shout out to the 9%. I'm here. But I'm just thanking y'all for taking the time, for spending a little bit of time just to hear what I say. I hope it falls on good ground. I hope it bears good fruit. And this is all I can do. This is all I can give. And for those that catch the replay, I hope it reaches you too. I hope that there's an understanding that we are more than content creators. I know Meek had to go back to work, but I hope she understands she's more than what she is at work. She's important. Everybody that's still here, you guys are important. Y'all want to leave an influence on somebody's life. Somebody's gonna come back and say, "Yo, I appreciate what you said. I appreciate what you did in that live. Even if you allowed me to jump on a panel and vent, the influence is that you made it a safe place for them." So I'm gonna just end it here. Word, you ain't going up. Word, you do work a lot. The things that you do, you need to catch some Z's. But we appreciate you. We appreciate your candidness. We appreciate the fact that you sharpen minds and you allow ideas to float and then tinker with it to make it better. So we appreciate you. Miss Coco BX, you know how I feel about you. That was even before the realization of the bloodline came through. Realist, you cool people. I appreciate you taking the time, even though you be attacking, but you cool people want some realness. 415. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope this word, the message, it resonates with you because you are somebody important too. You are an influencer, even if you're not on YouTube like that. You can be an influencer in real life. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, man. Stop laughing. And that goes for everybody that was here. You know what I mean? So I just want to thank y'all. Commander, I don't know if you still here, but in the short time that I met you, your words, your words have allowed me to understand that you are a person with compassion and understanding. And if you don't have understanding, you can't really help nobody because you don't know what they're talking about. So I know you're an influencer as well. And for all of those that catch the replay, like I said, I hope it touches y'all. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the live. I thank y'all for stopping by. If y'all gonna get some rest, let's start. Let's have a Monday that was better than our Sunday. And with that being said, I say good night, everybody.